Hey everyone, so in this video I'm going to be showing you guys all about support and resistance. So these are concepts which every day trader, swing trader, or even long-term investor should know about. So this is one of the most basic and fundamental building blocks of technical analysis. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So a support and a resistance zone is a point on a chart where the probabilities favor at least a temporary halt in the prevailing trend. So as we can see here, a support zone is essentially a concentration of demand, and a resistance zone is a concentration of supply. So this is just the relative enthusiasm of buyers as compared to sellers and vice versa. So there's an easy way to look at support and resistance. So support is essentially a temporary floor for prices, and a resistance is a temporary ceiling for prices. So a question is, how do we spot these support and resistance lines? So one thing to note is that one of the potential places to look for resistance or support is at a previous higher low. So as we see here on this chart, we see how this support line is very obvious as it has been tested multiple times throughout the months. And here's a resistance zone here at the top. So in order to find these support and resistance zones, you have to look at the chart and look at the very highest points and the very lowest points. So usually they are very simple to spot out, and the way you can spot them out is just through looking at a chart, no matter what time frame it is, and looking at every detail. As you can see here, we do see support around the 47.76 price level, and it has been actually tested multiple times, as you can see on this date on August 15th. August 23rd, and October 3rd. So let's go ahead and look at another example, and this example is going to be the SPY, which is the S&P 500 index. So as we can see here, we do see a resistance zone up here. So let's go ahead and draw that. So as we can see here in July 30, it did test this resistance zone and then go back down, and once it did go back up, it did test this resistance zone back again September 12th. Did test it and then it went back down a little bit and then it went back up to test this resistance zone once again on the 19th. So as you can see, it is a strong resistance zone as it is tested multiple times. So now looking at another chart, we do see Facebook, and we do see another clear indicator of a resistance zone. So once we draw that, we do see this clear indicator of a resistance zone as it did test it, go back down, and then it went right back up, and then tested it a few other times. Now the great thing about these lines is that not only do they tell you about the supply and demand, but it also does give you a look of when they do break these support and resistance zones. After we drew this resistance zone, we do see a breakout, which actually goes from a resistance zone, which is a ceiling, to a support zone, which is a floor, as you can see here, as it went back up and then started using this as a support. So the things about these lines is that you have to realize that they can go from support to resistance and vice versa, depending if they break out or not from that prevailing trend. So in this example, we have Ford, and we can clearly see a resistance zone, which does give you a good idea of how strong this resistance zone is. So as we can see here, this is a very strong resistance zone as it is tested multiple times. So as we keep going through the chart, we see how this resistance zone actually breaks and actually turns into a support zone, which does give you a very good indicator of how the support and resistance zones can work and actually help you throughout your trading or long-term investing. So now let's do one more example, and this time we're going to be looking at the JETS ETF. So I'm going to let you guys have 1 second in order to try to spot this support zone. So hopefully you guys were able to catch this, and we're going to go ahead and draw this support zone. As we can see, this support zone is right about at this level, which is about 27.58. So once we draw the support line, we do see that it has been tested about 3 times. As it touches it, goes back up, touches it once again, goes back up, and then touches it one last time. So these are examples of many support and resistance zone, and give you guys a very good idea of who is in charge, whether it's the buyers or sellers, and how supply and demand is actually affecting the company or ETF or commodity that you are currently trading. So always be sure to look at different time frames, which include minute by minute, daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly charts depending on your trading strategy, in order to clearly indicate and plan your investment strategies. And another thing to know is that support and resistance lines should be used with other indicators in order to confirm judgment and see if it could be a possible entry or exit point in order to buy or sell the certain stock, commodity, forex, or whatever you are trading. So I hope you guys did find value in this video and did enjoy and learn something new. So if you did enjoy, go ahead and give this video a like, and also subscribe for more content just like this. I will be creating more videos on technical analysis, so if you guys would like more videos on technical analysis, go ahead and let me know in the comments. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Thank you all for watching, and God bless you. I'll see you guys in the next video.